A kid who talks too much is a man who commands the room, but only if he survives long enough without being silenced first. A student who can't sit still becomes dynamic, energetic, but only if the system doesn't break them before the rebrand. And most people don't survive the rebrand through wealth or status or somebody willing to call them a genius before the world calls them a problem. If your version of weird gets negative feedback early and often, you don't stop being that way, you just start editing yourself. And what's wild to me is that suppression is often reframed as maturity. How insulting is that? Meanwhile, the people whose weird aligns with what the system rewards, they get to double down. They get more confident, more expressive, more experimental because their deviations are being reinforced as a strength. This is why certain forms of eccentricity become very marketable. Think about the archetype of the genius. It's almost always somebody who's out there breaking the rules, but in a very specific, culturally appropriate way. They're messy, but not too messy. They're intense, but in a way that produces something valuable. Their weirdness is framed as productive, and that's the key. We are talking about a social filter that determines whether deviation gets turned into capital or correction. The alliteration lines always hit so good. If the system only celebrates weirdness when it comes from certain people in certain forms under certain conditions, then that's actually not celebrating differences. It's selecting for it. Stop gaslighting me.